How many times have you hit the snooze button just to get 5 more minutes of sleep? 5 minutes, then 10, and before you know it, the whole morning is gone, filled with regret and rush. Have you ever wondered, could just one small change, waking up earlier, make a difference? Today's story will show you. One mindful morning can change your whole life. In a small village nestled in a peaceful valley, there lived a blacksmith named Kiran. He was famous in the village for his golden hands, able to forge any piece of iron into a work of art. From gates, fences, to delicate ornaments, everyone wanted to order from Kiran. He had talent, he had skill, but he also had one weakness: he couldn't wake up early. Every morning, the alarm rang at 5:30. Kiran reached out and turned it off. 5:45, off again. 6:15, still lying in bed. The warmth of the blanket always won over logic. And so his days passed, rushed and full of regret. He would say, "What's the harm in waking up late? I can work at night anyway." But what Kiran didn't know was, life has its own rhythm. If you don't keep pace, you'll slowly fall behind. Not because you're not capable, but because you're always starting one step later than everyone else. Until one day, the village chief held a meeting to prepare for the biggest festival of the year, the sacred celebration honoring the ancestors and gods. Important tasks were given out to the villagers, and Kiran, because of his remarkable talent, was given a great honor: to craft the iron gate for the sacred temple. This was not just an artistic project, it was a symbol of the village, a symbol of unity and faith. Everyone thought, only Kiran can do this. But the next morning, when the chief came to Kiran's workshop to discuss the design, the doors were still closed. Kiran was still fast asleep. Unable to wait, the chief had to give the job to another blacksmith, Ravi. Ravi wasn't as skilled as Kiran, but he was always on time, always present when needed. And just like that, Kiran lost the greatest opportunity of his life, simply because he didn't wake up. When he woke and found out, the regret burned like fire inside him. He quietly sought out his beloved grandfather, the man who had taught him how to hold a hammer, to shape iron, and who had often urged him to change his late sleeping habit. Hearing Kiran say, "Grandfather, I don't understand. Why can't I wake up early? I feel tired, it's hard, it feels pointless." His grandfather smiled gently, then told him an old story. Once upon a time, there were two farmers, Varun and Sohail. They had the same land, same tools, same conditions. But there was one difference. Varun always woke up early, starting work at dawn. Sohail always slept in, starting when the sun was already high. Varun worked steadily, finishing everything before noon. He had time to rest, read, and care for his family. Sohail was busy all day, always tired, and made mistakes from rushing. One year, a sudden storm hit. Varun, who had harvested early, was barely affected. Sohail, who always delayed, lost everything. His grandfather concluded, waking up early isn't just about waking up early. It's about staying ahead of life. Those who fall behind spend their lives catching up. That story awakened something in Kiran. That night, he set his alarm for 5:30 a.m., like always. When it rang, he woke with a jolt. The instinct to hit snooze was strong, but this time, he got up. He washed his face, stretched, and took a deep breath. The rooster crowed in the distance. Dew blanketed the rooftops. For the first time in a long while, he felt awake and free. In the days that followed, Kiran began to change. He went to bed earlier, turned off his phone by 9 p.m., wrote in a journal every morning, set 3 top priorities for the day, and stuck to them. It was hard at first, very hard. But after 1 week, 2 weeks, his body began to adapt. And Kiran began to live a completely different life. He worked more efficiently, delivered on time, earned trust from customers, gained respect from the villagers. And then, when the festival came again the next year, he was chosen once more. This time, he finished the gate before the deadline, and it became the most beautiful piece the village had ever seen. A true symbol, a testament that personal discipline can shape destiny. Dear friend, waking up early won't make you successful overnight, but it gives you the best part of the day. When the world is still quiet, your mind is clear, and your heart is open. Morning is the time to plan your dreams, care for your mental health, work without distraction, and know that you're living proactively, not just surviving. So what about you? Will you choose to wake up early? Or will you keep hitting snooze on your life for one more day? If you're ready to change, start tomorrow, just 15 minutes earlier. Don't touch your phone first thing. Write down one thing you want to accomplish most today. And if you're truly serious, try sticking with it for 21 days. Just 21 days to reset your rhythm, so you no longer fall behind life, but begin to lead it. Comment, "I'm ready to change," if you'll challenge yourself to start tomorrow. Like this video if the story resonated with you. And don't forget to subscribe, because many more stories await, so that together, we become the best version of ourselves. Because sometimes, just waking up 1 hour earlier each day means getting ahead by a whole lifetime. You don't need to do everything. Just start with one thing, waking up early.